Why is it that Putin has come out with these sharp red lines? Why does the NATO expansion trigger such fury in Vladimir Putin? Why does he see it as a direct threat on Russian integrity, Russian survival? Now, with NATO missiles already in Poland and Ukraine pushing to join the alliance, Moscow views this as encirclement, not just any coincidence, but something that he feels could actually be at the center of it all from a geographical point of view, from a historical point of view, and from a raw military point of view. And now I'm going to play out this report, viewers, that tells you why this is at the very core of this entire conflict. And unless this is addressed, the Alaska summit may in fact only lead to partial gains, if any.
The distance from Warsaw to Moscow, just 1,200 kilometers. If Ukraine had joined NATO, Western missile systems would sit only 450 kilometers from the Russian capital. For Putin, that's an existential threat. NATO's military footprint in Poland is already significant. Missiles, troops, surveillance, all active and operational on Russia's western edge. Since the fall of the Soviet Union, NATO has expanded eastward. 14 new members, including 7 former Soviet bloc states, were added in 2024 alone. Vladimir Putin claims the West broke its word, that NATO had promised not 1 inch of eastward movement. The West denies any formal agreement, but in the Kremlin, the end of the Warsaw Pact was on the premise that there will be no expansion. And each time a former Soviet state drifted westward, Russia responded with force. Georgia in 2008, Crimea in 2014, and Ukraine in 2022. The pattern is unmistakable. Now Russia and Belarus are preparing for Zapad 2025. It's a massive joint drill near NATO's eastern flank. 13,000 troops, live-fire exercises, and deployment of nuclear-capable Orshnik missiles. These weapons are being stationed in Belarus, a country that already served as a launch pad for the 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russia is deploying electronic warfare systems just 20 kilometers from Estonia, a NATO member. These systems can jam radars, block GPS, and cripple battlefield communication. Putin's objectives may not be to conquer NATO territory, but to break the alliance from within. A limited incursion, a drone strike, a cyber attack. Designed not to win a war exactly, but to expose lack of unity. NATO leaders now warn Russia could launch a military operation against the alliance within 5 years. Intelligence suggests the Kremlin is preparing for precisely that scenario. In response to the shifting threat, Finland and Sweden have joined NATO, extending its reach and reshaping Europe's security map. But Russia's defense industry is outproducing the West, and its electronic warfare systems are disrupting operations across the Baltic. To Moscow, NATO is not a defensive alliance. It's a network of forward bases, inching closer with each year. And for Vladimir Putin, the red line, well, it's no longer just theoretical.